you guys, thank you so much for watching me live. This is actually my first YouTube live. I go live on my Facebook, I go live on my Instagram, and I have a Snapchat account as well. But this is the first time I've gone live on my YouTube account. So thank you so much for being here. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to rock your wave after you've had your hair in braids. And if you haven't seen my video on how to French braid your hair, please go check that out. I'll plug in a card for that link so you can see it afterwards. But these are the braids that I got when I French braided my hair. I did this live on my Facebook, and you can find that that profile in the comments after this video is done. But I had so much fun with this. I've actually been wearing this style since Saturday night, so it's lived through Saturday night, Sunday night. It's lived through two sleeps. Or did I do this Sunday night? I think I did this Sunday night. So it still lived through, I did it Saturday night, you guys. Bear with me, my time frame is always off. But it's lived through a couple of nights, it's lived through 2 washes, it's lived through a long day at work, and lots of like cuddling and snuggling with my dog baby, my fur baby, like in between. I'll let you guys take a sneak peek at him. He likes to sit next to me like while I go live. Isn't he so cute? So how do you rock your waves afterwards? Because the one thing we all really love about doing our hair in these braids is that we get awesome waves afterwards. So I'm gonna go through how to actually take your braids out, because I've had a couple women ask and tell me that that was a big problem for them. So if you've ever French braided your hair, type French braid in the comments. I'm just gonna grab an accessory, an oil that I like to put in my hair after I'm done with my braids. And this oil is awesome. What I really like about it is that it does well in mimicking the oils that our hair naturally produces. And as I'm taking out my braids, I'm actually going to put a little bit of this oil into my palms so that I am able to reduce the frizz that happens as I take out my braids, because I think that's a big issue for a lot of us. If you love the waves that you get after you have your hair in braids, say me in the comments, let me know that's you. And if you get frizz when you're taking these braids out, type frizz in the comments. I think that's a lot of us, and that's the biggest issue that women have when they're trying to enjoy these waves after the braids. That kind of rhymes, right? Like waves after the braids. Anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm just taking out this braid, basically one piece at a time, and that's how you're going to be able to reduce your frizz. Okay, you don't want to start at the top taking it out. You want to start at the bottom and do it one little piece at a time, one little connection at a time, and that's really going to help you to reduce your frizz. I have this oil on my hands, so it's just allowing the friction to be reduced, the friction that's created as I'm putting my hands through my hair, which is nice. And just an FYI, you guys, when I slept these last couple of nights with these braids in, I didn't just sleep in my bed like on a regular pillow. I actually slept on a silk pillowcase, and I slept with a silk, actually it's a satin pillowcase and a satin bonnet on my head to help reduce the frizz and the friction that I get while I sleep. So going through the same process on the other side, I'll turn so that you can see it better. And I'm starting way down at the bottom to take this braid out, okay? So I'm just doing one little connection at a time. I'm not picking my hair out yet. I'm not fluffing it out yet. I'm just focusing on getting this braid out so that I can rock these waves. And you guys, I love braids. They are a protective style. They help to hold moisture into your hair. They help to avoid friction and breakage that comes with just day-to-day wearing your hair down. And if you have a little girl, braids are awesome. They'll come home from school, maybe there'll be some flyaways sticking out of their braids, but for the most part, once you take them out, you're not gonna have to deal with detangling their hair. You're not gonna have to deal with a baby coming home wild, crazy hair that has sticks and twigs in it that needs to be dug out. You're not gonna have crazy knots to untangle. It's actually really nice for little girls, and my mom used to put my hair in braids all the time when I was little. Usually 2 or 3, like a French or a straight one down the back. So these are the waves that I got when I took my hair out. Please excuse my growth. My hair has grown out like, I think like 4 inches in some spots since I last got my hair colored in February, but these are the waves that I got after I took my braids out. So what do you do now? I mean, this is nice, but it could look better. It's kind of got like a funky shape. What can you do to make these waves look even better? So I'm actually going to turn around a little bit. I'm going to fluff out my hair, and I'm going to show you how I do it. This isn't going to be perfect, but I think this is a great thing to practice after you take your braids out. If you don't want to redo your hair and you want to keep the style that these waves provide you, I would really recommend fluffing it out. So to fluff it out, I'm just going to turn my head upside down and I'm going to literally fluff out my hair. I'm going to shake it out, going to kind of run my fingers through it a little bit to break up some of that wave and fluff it out in a way that will hopefully add a little bit of natural texture to it. So this is what I get after that little bit of fluff. I actually don't want to wear it like this, right? I look kind of like Don King. So I'm going to try to find my natural part that I usually have and mold my hair in that way. I usually have, this is the part that I made for my braid. Next time maybe I'll make the part I use for my braid mimic my part that I usually love. So I'm going to try to finger twirl this little guy out and tuck him away so that he's less noticeable, and I'm going to continue to fluff my hair into a shape that I like and into a shape that I feel like I want to rock for the day. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to keep running your fingers through your curls. You could break up a couple of chunkier waves here and there, but I wouldn't recommend continuing to run your fingers through your curls. You're just more likely going to create more frizz than anything else. After that initial fluff where you run your fingers through, then just try to break up some of the larger waves, kind of piece by piece. So this is actually a look that I like. I have a little bit more fluff. This part in the middle is a little bit less flat. It's a little bit more fluffed up. And actually, if you wanted some more volume, and you know, my part looks even flatter because it's so dark, because my hair has grown out, my highlights have grown out. But this is actually really nice, you guys. I think it's really pretty. And if you wanted to lift this higher, you could put a few bobby pins and pull some of these strands up and closer together. And bobby pins would be a nice way to do that. And you can do it in a way that it doesn't feel like artificially pumped up. So you guys, I like this. I think I'm gonna rock my hair like this for the rest of the day. If there are styles that you wanna see done, I'm really getting into the groove of doing curly hair tutorials. I think they're a lot of fun, and I would love to help you more with some more curly styles that you might wanna see. So if there is a curly style that you wanna see, please let me know in the comments, and I'm more than happy to share that. And please subscribe to my channel. I would love to know that. Share it. We're gonna end it. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes.